I'll be honest, I'd forgotten how long that piece of music goes on for. Hello, everybody. Welcome. 'Tis Wednesday. Fucking Wednesday, innit? How yous all doing? Hello, Pixie Howdy. Hello, Dee. I did hydrate off screen, but I'll do one more. More hydration rarely hurts. I'll go on in. How are yous all doing today? I'm doing not bad actually. Having a better week than last week. Work was a bit bleh, but now it's a bit, yeah. Ah yes, the infamous, well, not infamous, famous internet hugs and cookies. So, Yeah, there might be a brief sojourn down to England for work next week, but only a couple of days. I just have to decide whether I want to get back on a plane or not, because otherwise it's a long-ass train ride down there. And the alternative being driving, and no, I am not driving for 7 odd hours. Hello, Pickledy Dog, welcome in. Apart from that, not much to report, I don't think. Nothing else off the top of my head, anyway. It is a foe if it is. Yes, indeed, Papaya Chemist, welcome in. Your body's reminding you that you're not a young thing anymore, and holding still for a long time to game is no longer allowed, aka your back hurts. Yeah, feel that. I'm glad I took the plunge on the standing desk, because it's not a case of, you know, you stand up is better. It's the variation, I believe, that helps you out. So in that regard, you do need a desk that is adjustable. Or in my case, you can press a button and it goes buzz. Slightly slower than that, but yeah, I'm sorry to hear you're having a bad back day. It is never fun, especially when you're on that edge of, is my back just a bit sore, or is it teetering on the brink of going out? Which is always a possibility. So some good news, I did remember to reinstall the font that the BRB screen uses, so that'll look a little less Times New Romany. Bad news, I believe the clips are still not making noise from me. What? And of course now they do make noise for me. Okay, that's sorted, that's good. It's almost impossible to see as well, but there's a thing. See, you'd think I would not cut my own hair because this is how I am with mirrored images. But there's a thing there. Just long and hanging out in the corner. That is a big dot of metal. And I don't know how exactly to explain my plans for it. One thing I will do actually is there is a light that should be on, and I will sort that out. If I speak loudly and from the diaphragm, maybe you'll still be able to hear me. Yeah, that was worth it. Well, at least you can see the outline of the Dodda metal a bit better. You are present somewhat, and it is much appreciated, Sewa. You be as present as you can or wish to be. So to explain the Dodda metal, I have this computer chair which has 2 armrests, and each armrest is held on by 2 bolts in very fixed positions on chair and armrest. I can't hear myself think, I'll just turn that down. Yeah. I don't know what time it is down there or what your particular sleep schedule is, but probably a good time to be eepy. So you've got the armrest, there's 2 bolts that line up to 2 holes on the chair, and that's how it attaches. Problem is the armrests were a bit far forward for my liking, so I moved them 1 back. So you've got 2 holes from the armrest going into 2 holes in the chair, and I've basically moved it back. So the front bolt of the armrest goes into the back hole of the chair, and then the other one is just hanging out there. If you bolt it in hard enough, they should more or less stay in place. They will shove and rotate if you give them enough force, but otherwise doable. Music got super loud compared to me all of a sudden. I think that's just the track. It's a bit like that. Because certainly I didn't turn the volume up on it, but out of paranoia I will turn down the desktop volume just a touch. Sorry if that woke you up. So yeah, the armrests are now hanging on by 1 bolt, and my idea is to mount it onto a bit of metal, and then mount the bit of metal onto the chair. You don't know it was hard to hear me over it. That's okay. Well, that's not intricate. That'd be the loud bit going off again. How is it compared to me now? That looks a little happier in terms of what the audio bars are doing. Oui, c'est la table. Hello, Nick. Welcome in. Technically, you have not seen a table, but given the music choice, it is appropriate nevertheless. And fun fact, I don't believe anybody on YouTube has bothered to upload the soundtrack. Certainly they hadn't last week when I was going to use that. So I literally got my ISO of the game, installed it in DOSBox, and it's playing in the background right now. So I can indeed set off for you a... What the fuck's this doing? I can set off a live, straight from the game version of... Maybe it'll crash. I just clicked on a thing, DOS.
It's a table.
There it is. Sorry, one more time.
It's a table.
There we go. Yeah, like I said, literally got the game playing in the background just so I can hear the soundtrack. The eternal meme that is Soup Song. So yeah, I have not cut up the metal because it is just a 2 meter long dod of metal. Nor have I drilled the holes for it. I can't do it during work hours, obviously, and after work hours, it's not light outside, and I kind of want to do it outside whilst there's light, so that'll be a weekend thing, I think. I believe that is everything that I wish to talk about. So close DOSBox. Go away, Orion Conspiracy. For a second I was worried I didn't have it installed because I didn't quite see where the icon was on my start menu. So that's just opening now. Switch over to game view. Is game view? Yes. Now I believe we got about halfway through the game at this point. It's a little difficult to tell because it's been ages since I played the original, and this flows slightly differently. Like previously there was fairly... What's the word I'm looking for? Like very obvious moving between chapters. Whereas it's now pretty smooth and flowing. Like that, going straight from the main menu back into the game. Now, I'm very tempted to turn the motion blur down because I feel like it's just going to play havoc with rendering. Where the hell am I going? And what's the key that tells me where I'm going? X. There we go. Inject Weezer number 5. So a bit distracted right now. Channel Umod for Kikoskia. Yep. I've had a few raids from them, which all of which I believe are your fault, DD. Thank you very much. Being swarmed by love from apparently the literal largest Germany streamers community. Damn. Good for them. And given the generosity with raids and the quality of that clip that we played last time there was a raid, sounds like it is well deserved. I'm terribly sorry, you do need to die. Did you get more on fire after I stopped firing fire at you? What even are words? Hype Train's at level 19 and you don't think the follow feed has stopped yet? God damn.
Isaac, I looked up Cross's notes on the... Oh god. Oh my god.
Kendra?
Dom.
2 doors behind you. Karen. Wait, he's gone.
Damn, can't see you.
He waved at me and...
Shoot you, rather.
Sorry, Isaac. Keep going. A glitch on the cameras. It looked like my little brother.
Can't quite hit that one.
Stupid, right? That's not possible.
I don't want to use this ammo on it, but kind of don't have a choice there. Splats. And more splats. Yet more splats. So I was eyeing this thing up suspiciously, like, is it gonna blow up the thing? Is it gonna blow up the explosive thing? Hey, Holt. I wasn't sure. Geeko usually gets maybe 190 at best viewers, over 2,700. That's a new one. Sorry, just taking a second here. Milestone achieved. Name redacted because I don't know if this is visible to everyone. Watched 3 consecutive streams this month and sparked a watch streak. You have no idea what this is. Okay, well, name no longer redacted, but that is odd. What is... Is that a me milestone or a you milestone? And if it's a you milestone, why is it showing up for everyone? That is bizarre. I'm not entirely sure that's the thing I would rather have on there. Is Nick a recognised streaker? Well, if he is, he's kept it quiet. Icky Purple, he of the purple. Indeed. Welcome in, welcome web. Good to see you. But even weirder, I've got chat on the tablet below the monitor here. And for that milestone message, it just says, his cursedness. Keeping it quiet is typically not what streakers do, to be fair. I always feel like streakers, it's the visual element that's more important than the audio element. No, by all means, throw a couple of songs or shouts or show tunes in there, but primarily you want to be nude and nume. Just looking for more of this to blow up, and I think maybe I can hit that now? Oh, I really did not want to waste ammo finding that out. Ah, okay. Second plan. Yup. That's not... I forgot which button it was that made the thing go Num as opposed to go Dune. You're guessing it's celebrating that you've watched 3 of my streams in a row, but not sure. No, this is a mystery we shall have to ponder. Was it with survival horror and meat anyway? It was protein. Yeah, I think a store is always worth dropping in. I have none health. I would like to sort that, please. Well, I'll keep it to that for now. Am I storing anything that I should just go ahead and sell? Yes, I am. And I didn't almost say shell instead of sell. Oh, that's inventory. Oh, yes. That's storage. And that's me old suits. No, I'll keep money aside in case a new suit comes along, because that's always useful. Hype train's at 22! God damn! Follow feed still hasn't stopped and still getting first time chats. Well, this is Twitch. That first time chat could mean anything. Like, wow, Dirtbeard, welcome back. Congratulations on your 100 stream streak. You could get that from browsing. But judging by the look of Nick's one there, it seems more of a you have watched particular streamer multiple times this week. It did kind of sound like there was a bastard behind me for a second. The fuck is that? Behind glass by the look of things. Which I'm happy for it to stay. watching Sonneville last night and the same discussion was happening there. Watch streaks. What are they for? So, since yesterday at least, apparently. But yeah, that is insane, and a lot to put on you, Dee Dee, I have to say. Oh, you again. I was right to ponder about the behind me. For a second I was worried I would not have the ammo to deal with this. No, you're not on fire yet. I would like for this to change. Okay, so that store I was just at, does it have more plasma cutter ammo? Because I want it. Jumped over and followed just to give you a harder time. Will go web, no. Kind of, yes, no, maybe, I don't know. Can you repeat the question? You're not the boss of me now. Copyright strike. Thankfully today one of the times his streams where you're not the sole mod. Well, that is good, because that would be a absolute arse ton for one person to try and cover. If this happened on Animal Crossing Day, you'd be hiding. He doesn't do Animal Crossing a lot, doesn't he? So is that the big stream?
They said, not this. Not seeing my dead brother.
Yeah,
on
would have
the
felt
fucking
bad doing it
camera.
if you were a sole mod,
All
although
this stuff.
would have done it anyways. Felt bad,
Imagine what the marker
would have
could do
still
in the
done
wrong
it.
hands.
This is about CEC again.
Just thinking, if some corporate asshole tries to take the marker, you and me could do something about it.
You're leaning pretty hard on that if.
Oh, come on. Where's Hammond? What's he doing?
I don't know. If I don't focus, we'll run out of air before it matters.
Ooh, yes, I'd rather have stasis than not have stasis.
Entering zero gravity. Exiting zero gravity.
Don't know why I feel better about smashing those things outside of zero gravity, but here we are.
Entering zero gravity.
Okay, there does seem to be bastards afoot. And I can't see them. But they could definitely see me. Okay, so it was a tentacle. Great. Favourite. Best.
Exiting zero gravity.
Oh dear.
Entering zero gravity.
There's many electricals behind the goo tentacles. What would you even call that? So yes, I can get past this now. Just wasn't sure where precisely to head. It's another tentacle I'm having trouble tracking down. And more spikes! Why is spikes? Why do you have multiple rooms like this? There you are. Ah, well, that was only one of yous, apparently. Real glad I got that extra ammo now. This could go on for a while. Yes, there we go. No, too much rotate. Man. Weirdly enough, the automatic go here button is having a bit of trouble. That whole lack of solid ground thing seems to be really doing a number on it. Problem is, I think that's where I just came from. But I'm really not sure. In fact, no, it can't be. Because that's clearly direction of up. Okay, bastards. Right, I'm going in the right direction. Well, I'm not going in any direction right now because I got stuck in the scenery. But, apart from that, mild hiccup, we're on the right track.
Exiting zero gravity.
Oh, nuts. God damn it, one bastard at a time, please. I beg of you. And yoink. No. I pressed F thinking it would do me health, but I forgot I was right clicking. Oh dear. Literally have your activity feed filtered to mostly only new allow for new follows and raids, scrolling all the way to the bottom of what it saved. Only shows follows a minute old, then how many are suddenly following?
Entering zero gravity.
So there's a lot going on, is what you're trying to tell us.
Exiting zero gravity.
Yeah, how's Kokoska dealing with all this? I can imagine that being quite overwhelming. Not looking forward to trying to clear out the redeem list. 300 redeemed items. 2,400 viewers. He's breaking. Valid.
Warning.
4,000% valid.
Malfunctioning. Stand clear of
I
filtration.
think I've gone up to 60 once, and that was... There was danger of breakage on that one. I was just like, oh my god, how do I even... How do I even? Amazing, but oh, that's stress. I can't deny that would be stress. So it's like I want to be happy for you, but I also recognize, oh, that's a lot, and so is that. That's fire. That's me burning to death. As nature intended. Ah, hot damn. Well, hot me. Hot dead me. Too hot for Twitch? Well, it looks like I'm still going, so...
Warning. Thermodynamic purifiers malfunctioning. Stand clear
Apparently
of
I
filtration
turned
tube.
off a turbine. I don't know if that was actually the correct thing to do. But it placed a thing in front of me, so... It gave me button, I pressed button. Button! So hopefully it's just a timed thing. There we go. Waiting. There we are. Please. Oh, I don't think I'm going to make it. Oh, hey. I'll be honest with you, mate. Bit busy. Oh god, I got hit in slow motion. Surely some kind of gamer credential has to be revoked for that one. So, when's that Chainsword DLC coming for Dead Space? Because given what I've just unleashed there, I feel like it has to happen. There we are. Reload this while I'm at it, although it's significantly less helpful.
Warning. Thermodynamic purifiers
There,
malfunctioning.
Zolka, welcome in.
Stand clear of filtration tubes.
There we do. Is it safe yet? Relatively safe yet. Apparently from a good community, so Kiko's over paranoid auto mod has only picked up on one message, which was just the German word for subscribers. I would ask you to repeat it here because I'm curious as to what it is, but you'll probably just set off my auto mod, so... Nobody wants Isaac in their band, he's really hard on guitar pedals. Oh dear. I like it, but oh dear. Officially only recognised as 76% gamer level, beware you may be demoted soon.
Stand clear of filtration
I'll live.
tubes.
I can confidently say I will live. When did something spawn behind me? That's new. And yeah, I'm kind of ignoring the text logs because I don't quite feel my throat is up to reading stuff out. Besides, we know the basic gist of it. Anyway. Hey! They're bastards. Hey! We're not sure about the bastards. Oh! The bastards are being bastards.
Thermodynamic
I mean, sure, it's good
purifiers
taste, but,
malfunctioning.
you know,
Stand clear
we
of
can get the
filtration
gist,
tubes.
is what I'm saying.
Hazard detected.
There we go. Stab. But not in a way that kills. That would be terrible. Still a little pernickety getting stuff out of lockers, I must say. Well, ABOS is both the is that the German word for subscribers? That doesn't feel right, but I don't know enough to I don't know enough to argue.
Warning. Thermodynamic purifiers malfunctioning. Stand clear of filtration tubes.
No, not bad. It's just I don't think my throat will be up to repeated reading out of stuff. Bit more talking than I feel that my throat will go for. You googled it and Google says it's the German word for it. Fair enough. I'm quite right, Rosalka. That is a good reason for breaking. Very break-worthy. Thank you for the hydrate and stretch. Always good to have. And I do like my posture a bit better now because the armrest being a bit further back, I can pull in closer to the desk. Indeed, the entire point of doing it in the first place. Stab.
Toxic hazard cleared.
That's something I can get past, or... Although I do like the lighting on this. It's kind of like if you shine a torch through somebody's ears. Not sure the colours are 100% correct, but it is a very nice detail to have. Okay, door you opened on your own and that instantly makes me suspicious. You know, on this hell ship. I do like that though, you know. Here we have mineral waters of, you know, oh, the mountains of Everest. This one is just earth, back home flavor.
Warning.
Tastes like earth.
Thermodynamic
Not that
purifiers
earth.
malfunctioning. Stand clear
The
of
royal
filtration
earth.
tubes.
But yeah, it does sound like Kikoskia is having... Hang on, Kikoskia. Let me just double check I'm saying that right, because it would be terrible to have such a generous person's name said wrong. And I would rather not do that. Kikoskia. I think I got that right the first time, but Kikoskia. Ah. And then I'll find out it's pronounced Jeff or something. Alright, bye then. Apparently I can't turn that back on, so it's clearly not important.
Entering zero gravity.
There's no more electric shenanigans going on by the look of things. Where actually I will do myself a wee stasis recharge. Cannot be for the worst, I feel. Why can't I rotate while aiming? That's odd. And the unexplained spikes. I'm not over it. I'm not over it. It's... Why spikes? And where is down? I would like to down, please. You know, despite what certain quotes say, this time I would like to indulge in going down. There we are. Yes. The road flare just hanging a bit. And this is the wrong place. Ah, more down. More down was required. Slightly more down, and then we'll be there. You like this weighted blanket? Yay! Weighted blanket! Weighted blanket gang! The weakness of your arm is showing because it's hard to pull over your legs. It's too heavy. Honestly, mine is a bit like that as well. But I think that's more of a back problem. Well, like if I have to lean over and then drag the blanket back, the back's just a little... I'm not sure I want you to be doing that. Just concentrate on that arm and it'll be fine. All will be fine. See? Okay, not completely fine, but like 60% of the way there. Yep. Trudge, trudge, trudge. It's like a mini stomp. And slowed down, you're up to 9 minutes old on the oldest follow your feed. But I take it the feed just gave up showing you any kind of real-time information at some point. We'll make you stretch again, and if you show off... Oh, make me stretch again if you show off doing this thing is uncomfortable. Welcome, Web. Must you? Must you really? Is this requirement? Must this be done? Yeah, I finally shot that thing. I'm actually not sure what it got rid of. Maybe it's only gonna show up. It's only gonna show off the effect from downstairs. Yours is a pretty swirly blurple colour. Excellent. Excellent colour to have.
Hazardous anomaly detected.
Oh, fucking course. Mate. No! Oh, better idea. Oh, pest, that's not going to work. Yeah, slightly better. No, why are you trudging? I forbid the trudge. It's remarkably inconvenient. Fuck off! I'm surprised that had any effect at all, to be honest. Alright, free one of those, thank you. Yes, exactly what I hoped for. And stab you from the backy. Okay, clearly dead because an item came out, but I wanted to be sure.
Quarantine lifted.
Yeah, too far away, okay. There we go. It's actually a decent distance you've got on this thing. There it goes, and wants a key card. So maybe that's for another time. Maybe this is for a fuck you time, because fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, get out of my way, stop being in my way, never be in my way again. And furthermore, die horribly. I think they got the message. Don't get to stretch and then put yourself in discomfort immediately. Don't negate your self-care. Well, stop making me stretch then. Oh yeah, that is something I did. I did the hair chop. But was getting to that point. Thank you, Dee Dee. Why did it go off twice? That's a mystery for another time. So what is down here? You did not know. Well, I should know, and I've got no idea. Because, you know, I only implemented the bloody thing. Anything in the suit department that I'm happy to put in there? Alright, Borges, welcome in. Imagine a game that has built-in voice recognition, so there's a chance if you yell fuck off, there's a chance the beasties will back off in surprise. I know there was one strategy game that worked mostly on voice recognition and actually worked to a certain degree, but it also let you reassign both actions and people. So you could, you know, instead of... And I'm using total
What
biscuit
is
examples.
glass but tortured sand?
Indeed.
What is glass but tortured sand?
Why? Why twice? This is fucking bizarre. This is when I find out I've got like 2 instances of Touch Portal running accidentally or something. This one I am going to investigate because I at least have a theory. Okay, that one was only once. And it was the rare soup into the bargain. Yeah, there was a voice recognition game that let you reassign actions. So instead of shoot, you could say destroy, or instead of, you know, one of the characters, Peter, you could say arse hat. So it seemed to work. Aliens Isolation has that option, if you recall. Really? On some systems. Oh, Binary Domain had something like that. You could issue voice commands to your squad mates and such. Stasis zone. You know, I would like to... Oh, it goes up this way. Special one. Damage over time for each shot or greatly increases ammunition capacity. Neither fill me with the greatest of joy, so I'm gonna leave those for now. And I'll do those ones just to get to the damage, quite frankly. It's one on PS2 where you were trapped in a security booth and walked someone through the game. If she got too mad at you, she'd just walk away. That'll be an import game, by any chance? Speaking of game, did you just stop there and, you know, make my heart go very, 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 very jump for a second? That's the thing, the normal scares don't get me so much. It's when the game jumps or looks like it's about to freeze OBS again. That's the ones that get me. Lifeline, oh, okay, apparently is somewhat notorious. Assuming that's incorrect. Because 2 people have said it. Did I not just... Okay, yeah, I did just get a key card. No, you can stay down there. I'm going uppy. Oh, no, I'm not. I am getting confused by 6 degrees of freedom. Also, I think I found another Weezer. Have yet to confirm. So I've got completely different bastards to... I really think the Kinesis module should work on these 2 things. It just feels right, you know? No, less of you. If there was less you at this particular juncture, I would be quite happy. Okay, that probably hurt me into the bargain, but kind of worth it. Oh, there we go, thank God. With 46 seconds to go, thankfully, so probably wouldn't have snuffed it. Keep looking it up because you want other people to scream it. I wonder if it's if it would fit on my PS2 thing. I've got something that will load games off of SD card plugged into a memory card adapter, but for some reason it only supports FAT32,
Cross. Hydroponics.
so max of 4 gig size.
I need to record their names. Hidaka. Holly. Antonov. Mark. So many. I don't know how much gas they took in. I just saw them change. That crack
hell am I?
and their lungs burst down like fire.
Am I only on Weezer number 5? Can I stab him, please? There we go. Swear to God, I heard a little bit of the Shodan voice there. Oh, there you are. Turn this back up a bit. Roll for ads. That time again. May not have had an EU release. You only see it listed as Japan and NA on Wikipedia. Raining and you have physio this morning. You would like rain to stop. Yeah, fair. Especially since you have to go to the post office after and pick up a mountain of parcels that got marked as house does not exist. Yeah. Seems to be a persistent problem with your particular address, doesn't it? Taxis and cars, no puppy. There should be puppy ads. Although that would mean they're using the cuteness and innocence of puppies for capitalist purposes. Which may turn out to be more depressing. Hard to say. One of your favourites of the Rainbow Six games. Friend, go, breach, execute, attack. Other friend. Have you tried go, go, go? Friend. There's no way it's go, go, go. Game. Breaching? Did Full Spectrum Warrior do voice commands too? You feel like the original Xbox really tried to do those for a bit. It sounds right. I don't know for certain, but something in the back of my head is saying, yeah, that is a distinct possibility. How did they burst like flowers? Balloons, I guess. Maybe it's like balloons, but less drastic. Okay, so good news, we took care of all the Weezers. Bad news, I believe our next task is fighting a Leviathan. And nothing about that name sounds good. Just sounds like all the bad. Sounds like something Full Spectrum Warrior would do. Microsoft really was in on their all-speech stuff around 2004. Which is odd, because I think it was only Mass Effect 3 they got round to voice commands. But that was a Kinect tie-in, I suppose. Any excuse to sell more Kinects. Here's an example of how behind this notification system is. Somebody redeemed direct tip asking the question 20 minutes prior to it showing up on your feed. And I'm no space engineer, but I feel like less of the ship should be exploding. Oh good, we're back here. Oh good, we need to make it through all this. Okay, a little easier this time now that it wasn't sequential. Like they missed every other one. I bet it was because of DirectX. It's a fair shout to blame that. To blame DirectX for just about anything. Hey BTR, welcome in. Unreal Tournament 2003-2004 had bot commands on voice? Really? Using Windows Speech AI. Oh dear. Oh dear. Why do I get the feeling Epic did not keep up that particular feature? You're not sure about that, me? You think Isaac is a space engineer? Well, he's not talking at this particular moment. So I'm speaking for him, and I say the thing, whatever I said that Nick disagrees with. The game based on the JTT Pinocchio game in 1998 that had a really good voice recognition system. That's interesting for 98.
Maybe I can cut it loose.
The Leviathan has a 10 kiloton
You were
mass.
surprised you could make out the difference between saying Lampwick and Limula.
I'm a lot of good ideas, so guess what's left?
I failed the objective of the space of the Leviathan. Well, shit. Maybe if I feed it. Yep, there's the bastards. Not sure if this is the correct tactic, but sure as hell feels right. Well, I hope it's not the only tactic, because I've got precious little else all of a sudden. Why would you give me credits now? Jesus Christ. Right, that wasn't it. Ow! This is going very poorly, it has to be said. Pulse rounds, can use those. Oh god, now I see what to do. Come on. Come out to play. Expose your big yellow testicle. And no, I'm not going to hear any arguments about that particular interpretation. It is what it is. Yeah, shouldn't have changed course on that one. That was a mistake. You want to try again? No? Oh, I want to try again from a completely different. Yeah. Oh no! Don't put the lights out. Fuck you! Fuck you! That's just unfair. Oh fuck! Yeah, man. Okay, maybe kinesis module next time. There we go. Accidentally threw something into the bastard ball.
No, it's expelling all its gas reserves. It must be close. Isaac, finish it off.
It feels pretty fucking close. TBH. No! Sit! Yeah, that did not work out. Yeah, I think the bits to the side there, they're kind of red herrings. I don't think you should be concentrating on those. Not sure that was the solution. Oh, I'm nearly dead anyway. Did I do enough damage? I'm not sure I did. Apparently I can't help but feel the game just took pity on me. In all honesty. I'm not sure I earned that victory.
You crushed the heads of Leviathan. He will be meat for those in the wilderness. Thank you, Isaac. Come back inside.
I want to see if I can stomp on this. I don't know if there'll be a place that I can actually land. So I guess only option was indeed to shoot it. There we go, Leviathan indeed. Still not entirely convinced that I earned myself that victory.
The air quality's improving. There's still pockets of gas trapped here and there.
Here and there, I can handle.
I'm not sure I can.
Jacob. My Jacob. Last I heard, he was on the mining deck with some other survivors. He said they were building an SOS beacon.
Did they finish it?
He said it was nearly done, but I haven't heard from him in a while. I can't leave
Get
yet.
back to the chat in a second.
I need to make sure the air is safe to breathe. But if you can find that SOS beacon, call for rescue.
I will. Mining deck. Okay, got it. And if I meet Jacob?
Tell him I'll find him. He's all I want to see.
Good luck, Ken.
An SOS beacon. Someone jettisoned all the others. Isaac, there's a shortcut to the mining deck. You're across his workstation. I'll get it open. Goddamn. We might actually get out of this nightmare.
Not sure about that one. But still, that's a new chapter. I did it. I did it. I did it. So just have a quick chat before I go off on a break, because that's pretty much the hour point. For all this, all you can say after this chaos is, oh, thank everything two of the other people you mod for decided to have today as their day off. Would have been a bit much to do all that at once, indeed, but I'm glad to hear it was starting to calm down. Connect. Look, you know they wanted to recoup the development costs, but the worst example was Steel Battalion. First game was sold bundled with a 3-panel mandatory controller that took real practice to use. It's closer to a flight sim than a gamepad. Steel Battalion 2, Connect-only title with no controller at all. Yeah, that series was done dirty, and I'm not going to lie, I still kind of want the Steel Battalion controller. If only to plug it into a PC and see what happens. I might be willing to learn how to write drivers if I plug it in and nothing happens. But we shall see. I mean, it shouldn't be impossible, because it's for the Xbox, and Xbox controller ports were just rewired USB in the first place. So, perfectly possible. The only Kinect game worth it is the Disneyland game. Very natural to walk around by, pointing where you wanted to go. Hey Sentinel, welcome in. Yes, the bulkhead was indeed angry, Pickle Dog. Expose your big yellow testicle. Well, that's in my quote bot forever. Thank you very much, BTR. One angry okra. I mean, the records state, if BTR didn't do it, BTB was going to. Yep. Wonder if this is a Leviathan or an alien spaceship butt plug. I mean, it was hard to tell in the darkness and only seeing one half of it, but I suspect it wasn't equipped with a flared base, so it'd be a bad one if it even was one. New Tempest games have gone to a strange place, yeah. And that's a good point, Edie. Is there a difference? This is what happens when your space station doesn't use Manscaped TM. Yeah. I feel like you're missing vital feedback. Like the game isn't fucking giving you that feedback. But yes, I did it. Bye, butt plug. Leviathans are usually whalish shaped. So, no, not a flared base at all. Unless you count the part of the tail going out. But if you've got that much whale up you, well, it's not going to work as a flared base, but to have something to pull the whale back out. why am I entertaining this conversation? Anyway, once again, space-weighted soup of 90 seconds of air, but also venting hazard to space instantly leads to breathable atmo. Look, everyone, spend a month up front developing specifications rather than spending a quarter fixing problems on the back end. Good development advice, although I'm eternally glad that the atmo returned to normal once the Leviathan got spaced. Because if I had beaten that thing and then died as a result of lack of air, I would have been annoyed. And she's dead now that she said that. Yeah, it does seem like that kind of story. You do expect it's just a hacked HID driver. Sounds workable to me. Don't know that much about drivers to dispute or agree. Gunstringer DLC was great on the Kinect, and you like the Double Fine Happy Action theatre games. Why? Clearly to entertain you. And it worked. And with that, I'm going to go on a little breaky break, so I'll take about 5 minutes or so, or just I'll come back within 5 minutes or when I'm bored. Probably when I'm bored. But whichever of those comes first. So make sure you have a stretch, have a drink, have a snack. Stretch your legs a bit, maybe. Stretch your arms, stretch your back. Make sure you're staying on top of your meds if you've got any meds to take. Roll for Gaby. Roll for Gaby. Roll for Pappy. Roll for Angie Pappy. You've got exactly one driver in your life, and it was a GPIO numpad in Linux. Absolutely not representative of Windows USB drivers. Yeah, it's just occurred to me I might need to write 2 drivers if I go down that route. But I have to be able to afford one of the controllers in the first place. So that's Future Gordon's problem. And frankly, fuck that guy. So, yep, onto the BRB screen. Enjoy some clips. And as always, hello, Al. Interrupted my own flow there. That's what I got for that. But hello, Al. Welcome in. Just about to go on break. So enjoy some clips. Roll for Puppy. Was to be your spoils. Yep. There we go. Now they can only vomit on me. Ah, you fucks. Ooh, 4 of them. In the ass. Now you fucker. That'll do. What the fuck am I doing? Okay, I can wait for a bit. Okay, so we are. I thought we were going back to that elevator, but maybe not. Can I get that guy through here? I can! There we go, make my job easier. Well, bonus time is a bit of a bust, but I am thus far not dead. On the other hand,
reinforcements have arrived.
Red! Holy shit! Sorry.
It's not called samurai.
It was one of those. I don't remember which. Also, I hope that green thing isn't important because my eyes are drawn straight towards it. So if it's not important, why are you making it so... I did not expect that. At least we get a good item down here. Creates fire. I was hoping it'd be a sort of basket for Le Bomb, but apparently not. Actually, I'm just going to play that and see what happens. That. Brilliant. You demand perfection, Iki. The kind you'd get on your own stream. Okay. How's that? Like that? Worse or better? Okay, a bit harsh, but the opportunity presented itself and I went for it. Chef's kiss. Changing up difficulty. Terminator. Yes, that's what I thought. Puppy! How do I pet? Oh, Angie puppy. I love this.
Every G-virus
You proposing to him, Claire? What the fuck? That's illegal.
has the ability to implant
Suplex?
embryos into other creatures.
I'm going down there. Stay
You-
here and wait for me.
It kind of looks like you are,
We're
Claire. I
leaving this
wish you
place
weren't.
Together. Wait here for me. I'll be right back.
Stay with me, Sherry. Don't worry. Just wait here.
Yes,
I'll go and
indeed,
see what it
please.
was.
Yes.
Leon, are you still there? We're leaving. Wait, Sherry, come back. Sherry! Sherry!
If anyone's unaware, we're playing a randomizer. Away hiding. Oh well. I got to exploit him a little bit for content. Yes, I did. Because you're a handsome star and everyone loves you. But that's half the problem. You're very handsome, but you bloody well know it. Yes, you do. You're gorgeous and I love you. Yes. That's true. Thank you.
Well, I mean, it just, as long as you don't attach the other half to yourself. Yeah, click on that.
You're not the boss of me.
And drag it to the door cables. The door handle, sorry. Oh, Jesus.
Nom 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 nom.
The door will be blown off immediately.
You say blown off, it looks more like it just... Why I bothered using the special there? I had no combo to preserve. Oh god, this bit. I would absolutely panic at the sight of that topless boy with his big stick. I might rephrase that. With his baseball bat. So that's not bad. But yeah, just those guys with... I mean, not with that attitude, Summer. Oh, hello. Apparently I set the webcam up at some point. Nope, this is not meant to be a webcam stream. Excuse me, excuse me. It was accidentally in my face. And this is deliberately in my face. So just Angie Puppy today. And I think you would have pointed out the Big Butt song if it had come into play. So I'm assuming it didn't. Your timing on joining stream is just the worst, but at least it's not the end. Yep, indeed. And yes, the Angie Puppy game was Titanfall 2, the single player campaign. Yeah, it barely even got Pouncer, just got talk of Pouncer. He was off screen by that point. And yeah, I did have a look at the Steel Battalion controllers, and cheapest I can find for just the controller, so I wouldn't even know if it worked or not, is 187 quid. Wishing it was cold enough in this house to wear your hoodie. Always forget you have it and turn the heating on. Like a fool. I managed to get myself out of the habit of turning the heating on. I think it was that last summer that did it. You love the Warthog sticks. You had the MFCD bezels too, and obviously a rudder system. Haven't done any flight sims in years, but if you're serious about DCS A10, it's basically a lifestyle choice. Much nicer cost than you saw when you looked recently, honestly. Weighted blanket is from Moody. Oh, cool. So is it like fuzzy and soft, or... Because mine is literally just some kind of fabric that's designed to keep heavy stuff in. So, that said, it was comfortable enough when I was sleeping with just that in the summer, because that and a duvet. No, that was out of the question. Maybe the controller is more rare in North America, Wilco Web. That said, maybe that price is an outlier because scrolling down, it goes to 500. There's one for 395, 460. This is in British dollars. 1,500 for a fully boxed one, fully working from Japan. Free postage though. Yeah, it just seems to be all over the place. I mean, kind of sounds like I should just jump on that 187 quid one, even if it doesn't say whether it works or not. It says working fine, comes with manual, but no game included. So, how do you know? Used condition, Mars scratches, bolt screw included, box torn. I'm not sure how to parse that, frankly. Hello, Rat Freak, welcome in. We are discussing prohibitively expensive controllers. It is fuzzy and soft. Excellent. Think my couch blanket, but thinner and heavy. That sounds pretty fucking good, to be honest. I might try investing in some kind of HOTAS. Is that how you pronounce it? HOTAS? I forget even what it stands for, but... Because I made the investment of getting another... whatever they're called. The sensors that you mount for VR. It's an HTC Vive I've got, one of the original ones. So I've got one that will just sit there and in theory will make it very easy to do sitting down VR games. And one of the ones I wanted to try was Elite Dangerous to see if I could just get past the motion sickness. That and Star Wars Squadrons. I want to get back into that one. But I've not really done anything with it. I've got an old Sidewinder. I say old. Not as old as it could be. It's a USB one. But I don't think it has quite enough buttons for what I'm looking for. I'm not sure it even has enough buttons for Squadrons, to be honest, which is going to use significantly less than Elite Dangerous. Hands on throttle and stick. Your dad has a weighted blanket. You swear you've slept under chainmail that weighed less. I believe you have done that, Rat Freak. You do call it HOTAS, yes. Lighthouses. I think that's the Oculus name for it. Task times in Controller Town, yeah. Squadrons is decent. Tried it with VR and made yourself very dizzy. See, with those ones, it's the rotation in like that axis, whichever one it is. That instant dizziness. And I've kind of got my VR legs at this point, so I'm not too bad with it. It used to be, if I moved at all out with my control, it was very bad. But, yeah, I've kind of got used to it now, so it could be worth another try when I have time. X52 is perfect for Squadrons. Interesting. Or going loop the loop. I don't think I got that brave, to be honest. You found you are not good at flying a spaceship. It's not for everyone, I suppose. VR flight sims are usually better than usual since you see a stationary cockpit around you. Helps center the brain, but sickest you've ever been was in a flight sim. It was a World War I aircraft game and you had a rough landing, just that sudden jerk and you were sick for an hour. Ugh. I can't remember which Vive I have. It's cool hand tracking thing for the index, might be worth trying out. It's the original Vive I've got, so and I think the index is a completely different product entirely, so that said, it's nothing that stopped me getting the hand controllers. I think they're just called index controllers now I think about it. You cut your skills landing elite dangerous spaceships at full speed into the rotating slot. That's a, the literal definition of a crash course, if you ask me. But damn, if you pulled it off, well done. You look forward to getting back into VR. Yes. Index is good. You like yours. Hand tracking is in the controllers. Okay, so that would be the one I need. I feel like I would just have to go for a full upgrade. And the index does look tempting, although it's been years since I've looked at new VR headsets, and you know, what's on offer out there. Because there was a time when the index was the new best thing, and I'm not sure that time is still at hand. Got an ad just as I started talking to you, so missed anything I said. Unfortunately, I don't remember a damn thing I said, so that's just lost to the ether. Bloody hair raising, but pretty cool. Nice. VR excels at piloting equipment applications, since you can just sit in the chair and operate things. The problem that would come up there is you would need a controller of some kind, whether it's a HOTAS one or regular joypad. Because unless the tracking is very, very good and takes into account individual fingers, it's not as if you can interact with your environment immediately in front of you, just like press a button there or press a button there. Especially not with the wands that the original Vive comes from. Hand tracking for the index is without controllers, so I can write in the air around me with my fingers. I'm not sure mine has that functionality, but I could look into it. You like your index, but you have precious little to compare it to. You assume I complimented your beard. I mean, I thought that was a given, but, you know, just to dispel any doubt, yes, you have a fabulous beard, Al. Yeah, didn't know your index has it either. Maybe it's in certain games or after certain software updates or something like that. Could be worth looking into. Anyway, allegedly we're playing a game. I believe it was this way. To the mining deck. Oh, damn it. It's not that I have too low a security clearance level, it can't detect it. Which, speaking as a software engineer, that sounds like a hardware problem, so I cannot relate to this. You have that problem with complicated games in VR. If you need a full cockpit, you need a full cockpit. If you have quick keys or only HOTAS gamepad controls, it's all good. And, well, I believe Elite Dangerous is very much on the... We have an absolute shitload of stuff. Excuse me, mapped.
Station now accessible. Thank you for your patience.
Still just
the mining
security
deck
2.
systems are running haywire. Great. Let me work on the elevators. Any idea where Temple's SOS beacon might be?
I'll check the mining control room. The launch tubes there could send out a beacon easy.
Anyone there?
Hammond? Where are you?
In the vents, hoping they don't hear me.
Yeah, those things are everywhere.
No, the unitologists. They're all here on the crew deck. They've lost it. One of them stabbed my friend in the head. He just stood there. He sort of smiled. They're going somewhere.
Hammond! Shit. Lost the signal again. We gotta find that beacon, Isaac. Fast.
Oh, fuck you. Come on. I was doing some puzzling. It's not shooty bang time. And that was worthless anyway, because can I get in there? Works with pass-through cameras on the front of the mask. I've got some cameras on the front of my Vive. I don't know if they're going to be good enough for that kind of thing. Theoretically possible, I just do not know. But I have never heard of the Vive being able to do that. Man. No. Security 3. I do quite like the idea of being able to just yeet things into the horn.
This is weird. Two of the mining subducts are locked down, even though all systems are running. I'm gonna figure this out.
So a review of a prototype for a new headset, big screen VR working on that's super light and inside-out tracking, I believe. Interesting. If it wasn't for the Facebook login auto-update issues, you do like your Quest 2 for a semi-portable all-in-one headset, but mostly use it as a head-mount display, not a VR system. That's a point, actually. I've not been on the Oculus store recently. Just because it was a bit of a hassle and a bit of a crapshoot as to whether or not anything was going to work. These are not happy sounds. Am I about to do the rapid descent? No, just attacked by a bastard. Okay, that's at least a known quantity. I can cope with that. Oh, I made a friend. I wish I hadn't. Just fucking look at them. I don't know how this is coming out on your side of the stream, but over here it's kind of incomprehensible, frankly. Drop stasis pack to use a health pack. AR rated headset looks amazing, but it's also like 1500. Oof. Yeah, the expense is definitely something that's going to prevent VR taking off anytime soon. I like how that's just getting dragged up by the side of the lift shaft. Drained all enthusiasm you had for the device. Dreads using it since you know you're going to have to do a bunch of stuff before you can even settle in. I mean, one would hope it would just be set it up once and then you can forget about it, but if it's constantly updating, then that's not going to be the case. Traps ahead. Avgiftsder Forpulszombie har lärt Ellis dra till helvets det också. Once. If I had to take a wild stab at this point, I would say that was Swedish. But I don't know. Yep, those are traps as fuck. Oh, they don't go away once they're set off. That's inconvenient. Right, what's behind here? No, okay, well, I'll grab this thing. Yeah, I was having a bit of trouble placing that somewhere where it would be useful. Damn it. But not only are they very movable, they are also apparently laser proof as well. Or whatever these things are. Certainly got a laser vibe to them. Oh, there's a secondary fire for this. That goes off when you aim and press space. Today I learned. Okay, I'm not missing anything over here. Make sure I'm caught up on chat. Like big screen. Should use it more when watching shows. Immersive Taskmaster watching. I'm kind of a pickledy dog on this one. I don't know if I can be arsed with the setup that would be required. You jailbroke in every way possible and it's still a pain. Never come across a product that so actively wanted you not to use it. It's not a great recommendation so far. Certainly top 3, although you can't remember what tops it. Bit of a mess. Too many shows on at once. Mando is back. There is. I saw the list you put on Twitter. It is many. Something zombie something blood, or is it I? Can telekinesis those traps as Death Star lasers. Like take them off the wall? What do you mean exactly? They do not appear to be able to. Oh, that's just not great. I don't feel good about that one. Although, if in a pinch, I'm absolutely going to use a corpse to get past one of those traps. Your leg's off, mate. And so's your arm. I'm not going to lie, I was tempted to stompy stomp. But I decided it was a bit undignified, even if they might turn into a necromorph. Who designed this to look like teeths? I'm sure there's a very practical application to it, but it looks way more like teeths than it needs to. Just saying. No, we're getting you as well. Come on. Damn, still no room. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Can I shoot it into the slot? Well, definitely not from that angle. Oh dear. What indeed. Just not fair, is it? Nope. I can go elsewhere. This can... Well, I didn't quite mean to do that, but it worked out. And not doing the objectively free badge, maybe watch a show or two on Friday night. I'll see how I feel. Yeah, you guess they have to be on something movable. Okay. Should Stumpy Stomp now he's dead to ensure he no change. You're kind of talking me round to it, Dee Dee. It is the more rational option. Yeah, nothing creepy about that at all. About the teeths or the getting rid of a corpse. Do they try to make their machinery look evil? No, I think it's just... Why was escape not working for a second? That was weird. I think it just happens. And yes, hot indeed. Welcome web. Hot. Hello, jailer. Ang. How was gymming? And well done on you for getting to the gym. I suppose it's not hard to make machines look evil. Just give them vaguely human traits in any capacity, and people will think it's a bit off looking. Oh, bastards. Small bastards. Again, still not sure if that's the noise of the bastards themselves or it comes in on the soundtrack. But I'm not willing to spend that much time with them to find out. Here we go. Having to drop stuff so that I can pick up stuff to immediately use, so I can pick up... Oh, god damn it. Okay, I'll just turn around and drop it then.
Launch tube sealed. Please contact Supervisor Dallas for authorization.
Oh, goddamn Dallas. Can never pin that guy down.
Got the SOS beacon?
No, and the launch tubes are sealed. I need a deck administrator's rig to get them open.
The deck admin is Supervisor Dallas. He's on the processing subdeck. I've got rig activity for a Jacob Temple 2 maintenance subdeck. Maybe he left the SOS beacon there. Just hope you can reach it through these malfunctions.
Not malfunctions. Traps. The miner's way of holding the line.
Shit.
Well,
Okay.
engineers
I'll
crafting
unlock the subdecks.
completely and utter terrible
Make sure that
traps
beacon's not wired to anything.
because they could? No. Rule 1, do not make your planet cracker look like Unicron. It's definitely bad PR. Stompy while alive is rude. Stompy while they're dead is just being smart. Your legs hurted. That is a side effect of gymming, but it's also a sign that you have done the right thing. Or the very wrong thing. But I feel like you would know if you did the very wrong thing. Just spilled milk on your arm and coffee on your hand. Guess you should grab some sugar just to complete the triumvirate. Yeah. Do you also have to smash a mug on your head, or... And yeah, avoid any... Well, I would say avoid anthills at the best of times, but especially when you are milked and coffeed. You can commiserate. You thought you were recovered and went to get groceries. Legs hurt all day, sweating like a workout, coughed all the next day. Not the day you wanted. No, understandably so. It sounds a bit poo. Find admin rig. Rig admin rather than sysadmin. So it gets back up here. Yeah. Still relying on the auto navigation, but I am second guessing it. And somehow that makes me feel like I'm not blatantly using the auto navigation. That time, blatantly used it. Oh, do fuck off. Right, here we are. So, in here. So presumably I have to go up to... I'm not back where I was. You're back hurty. Did not do too much exercise, did too much gaming without moving. Have I told you the first time I really threw my back out? I was putting on socks. No, I suppose a demonstration might be necessary at this point. I didn't have my leg up this high, this is just for demonstration purposes, but I was putting on the sock and just pulling it like that. And that apparently just put too much pressure on the spine. And it was like, you're going to bed for the whole of today. It was not great. Pseudo rig, just work, please. You get your groceries delivered, but on the bad days it can be horrible just bringing them in and putting them away. Yeah. Once your back actually goes, you find out just how much you do with your back. Like rolling over in bed or things like that. All reliant on the back, and then it just twitches and feel like your legs are cut out from under you. It's pretty rubbish. Your plan is to go pool running... Oh, scrolled. Well, walking so you too will have the hurty legs. That's a good first, for lack of a better term, first step. Pun not intended, believe it or not. Does anyone know how to say get off the damn puzzle in cat? Yes, I think I know this one. I think it's meow. Yes, months of inaction will do that, and god damn it, Wilka Webb, I'm going to be a centimetre taller at the end of this, thanks to you. Just remember Dave lost a fight with a dog bed. I might need that one explained to me again. You're sorry to hear that. You're lucky enough that your back pain is tolerable for short periods. You busted your neck for 15 months by watercolouring. Good point, Rusalka. I think you win on this one. You had a tooth disintegrate by eating the softest food known to man, a burrito. Damn. Absolutely correct. Learned all about your back the first time. Not fun. Yeah, let us know how that goes, Sentinel. This is how I open doors, by fucking backhanding them, apparently.
Hey, Liz, it's Jacob. If you find this, I'm off deck, but I'll be right back.
What the fuck is going on here? Okay, that... No, that... Actually, that doesn't explain it at all. This just raises further questions. A little easier to deal with, mind you. Might be harder to loot. Anyway, I didn't get to hear what this said. Well, thank you for the hydrate, DD. the less formal version. Meow meow meow. Meow meow meow. I basically have one response when talking to Pouncer. Like, he'll do a mew at me and I'll just go meow meow. Because, believe it or not, I have no fucking clue what he said. So I just kind of have to guess. One of the parcels you're getting is a desk easel so you don't hurt the neck again by getting back into arting. Excellent. Good plan. Can't remember exactly what it was, but he tried to pull the dog bed off a high location, but it was weighed down with something else. His everything did not approve of the attempt. So he thought he would just yank a dog bed, and he tried to yank everything with it at the same time, and all the pressure on the back was just like, oh no. And yes, yay arting.
Hey, Liz, it's Jacob. I couldn't reach you. If you find this, I'm off deck, but I'll be right back. I got a call from another survivor. He sounded terrified. I'm gonna lock up the SOS beacon and go and get him. Best launch window's not for a while. Anyway, and he sounds like he's worth the risk. He's a doctor.
Oh god damn it.
Mercer.
We're nearly rid of Mercer.
About time. We got a fucking break.
Also, what's that? Can I have it?
Please, be careful down here.
Where does he go out of range? There, apparently. I like how my version of remove the obstacle was to bring the obstacle closer but still make it so it's in your way. I'm very smart. Okay, so I can kind of outrun this thing a little bit. Get extinguished, fucko! Oh, that didn't do as much as I hoped. Honestly, fire extinguishers are underutilized in games. I'm pretty sure they're meant to be explosives of some kind. And thus, they should always be explosive. Especially in non-combat games. Oh fuck, here we go. You got pals? Interesting, it's like only one small bastard came out of that one. And I was going the wrong way. Kinda hard to tell, in my defense. Ah, there we go. Choppy, choppy, choppy. Oh, bollocks. Now, there goes some ammo. Oh, there goes some me. Right, no, fuck it. Rest of those. Some of these. And one of my souls. Not like Dark Souls souls. That's different. Hello, sir. Fucking hell. Nope, no stomping. No stomping today. That's not going to help. That might. Delicious health. Got a drafting stool for your workshop, and while it's not perfect, you like having a chair at least some percentage of the time. Better to have than have not, I would say. Because sometimes you need to do a sit. I know it's technically not a spiky wall, but it feels a hell of a lot like a spiky wall. If you got armor on, that is just not fair. Oh, indeed. Well, soon. Oh, perfect. Perfect timing. No, tell a lie. This is the other thing. This one armored as well. Doesn't look like it. Commence with the stabation. Oops. I do believe I stomped it to that fire extinguisher. Reminds you need to check in with Dave. He had an interview for a cool job. Oh, excellent. Fingers crossed. He'll have to pry it from his cold, dead finger. Wait, you literally just did that. Shall you get the sparks? Honestly, couldn't help at this point. More weapons is good. Maybe to make that health and safety game, put in explosive fire extinguishers. The irony is, the building wouldn't have burned down at all if the fire extinguishers hadn't exploded. How many souls do I have? 3. One I won in a card game, one I was born with, and third one I adopted off the street. I mean, any container of compressed anything is mildly explosive. It's quite true.
The administrative rig should be in the processing control room, but someone tripped the failsafe. The control room door can't open till gravity is restored, but the system won't reset the gravity while there's loose debris.
Police processing beam still running. Stand by.
Come on, get closer up. There we go. Where's the other anomalies? Whee! There we go. Yeet. I do enjoy the yeet button. Oh no, press the wrong button. I mean, I feel like I'll actually be at a disadvantage if I restore gravity, but it'll mildly annoy that necromorph, I feel.
Gravity restored. Processing control room is now accessible.
Oh, this is a lot. And I only have flamethrower. I should have stopped at the store. Yep. Yeah. Oh god, it's even faster when they're off their feet. Who put a bastard here? Let's start where you put bastards. Oh dear. This extinguisher is 2 years past inspection date. Round 1. Fight! You know, it's just hanging around. It's done its time and now there's a chance. After 2 years. Oh, damn it. No, not that one. Pressed space while aiming again and I wasted precious ammo. Okay, I can't open those from there. But I can visit the store. This extinguisher is full of marshmallow. Score! Maybe one of everything would be appropriate. Or maybe 6 of those. What's this one? It's an upgrade, I'll buy it. Or I will definitely not. Again, I must have something to sell. Okay, I'll sell 1 contact energy beam and I'll sell 102. There's only 3 of those, so just free up the slot, thank you very much. And I'm going to get some of this back as well, because I'm going to reload guns with it. Contact beam upgrade. I said I was out of ammo. I was out of ammo for the weapons I had equipped. Unfortunately, I was in the middle of a firefight and swapping weapons a little difficult. So I'll reload what I've got. First class trouble uses fire extinguishers to extinguish fires. What? Madness. Madness! Who would do such a thing? Last game you played that had them. Game balance is broken. You have armor meant to prevent slashing injuries. They stab. You have armor for slashing injuries. You slash. Sigh. Why can't I yeet enemies? Exactly. Life would be better.
The administrative rig should be in the processing control room, but
Come on, come on.
control room door can't open till gravity.
Didn't even need to eat it. It came to me.
While there's loose debris.
Police processing beam still running.
It blew up in my face. That wasn't ideal, but I don't think I took much damage from it. But that one I'll need to go around for. Aha, yeah, dick. You know, perchance it would be easier to deal with these things in the zero-G. It's maybe a fool's hope, but we'll give it a go whilst I'm here. If I can find a bastard. There we go. Oh, you little shit. Okay, that's not hitting. Why is that not hitting? Why did it take 6 rounds for me to realise? You know what? Maybe I will just turn the gravity back on. Yep. Maybe it'll open this. Or maybe this little shit will get way too close to me. Also a possibility. Oh, where'd you come from? I do just have to point out that that one blew himself up. But I suppose if you've only got one giant arm that explodes on contacts, precious little you can do. Yeah, maybe I should buy a bit more ammo before going in there. And I think my first plan was good. Actually attack the aliens whilst I'm not confined to a platform. Might be an idea. Stop at the weapons store? Ah, America. Yeah, clearly America won all of the space races in this universe. Also, the meta of needing to buy consumables for your work tools. At least you don't think the credits are company-only system. Hello, sir. Hello, Rage. How you doing? I'm drinking beer and dying. It is a good Wednesday. Right, so... Free up a bit of space first. Thank you for that, Borders. And apparently it's going off twice because I don't know. Hardly the worst thing to see twice, though, is it?
John! Don't die!
I should have taken that sage advice, shouldn't I? One of those. Couple of those. Couple of those. Several of those. Flamethrower fuel I'm alright without. Thank you for the hydrate, DD. I shall indulge. Ah, right. First, reload all the weapons. Make sure that ammo is ready to go. Credits. That's. I could think of more useful things to have at this juncture, frankly.
The processing control room, but someone tripped the failsafe. The control room door can't open till gravity is restored, but the system won't reset the gravity while there's loose debris.
Is the processing beam still running? Stand by.
So I'll just take care of these first and let the aliens come out into the open a bit, rather than go hunt them. Figure out where they are. There's one. Where? The eternal problem of actually hitting those limbs. Ow. And maybe not getting hit. That's a tactic to consider. I'm trying to daintily scan the environment to make sure that you don't get hit whilst hunting these things down. There's a one. God damn that. Did I kill you? Fucking exploded on you, mate. You should be a dead man. More so than previous. I don't know what I just got an achievement for, but it was called auto fire, so yay me, I guess. Okay, I have a funny feeling that won't be all the bastards, but it is fewer bastards than there were before. And I still have an exploditron. So yes, for those just joining us, for some reason some video clips are playing twice. I have yet to figure out how that could possibly happen. And of course, fresh new bastard just dropped. Right. Then we can get to the choppy. Extra stomp just in case, and there we go. Nice and clean. Happy with that. Happy with that. Happier with Stompy, but that's a personal problem that I am in no way working on, if I'm being quite honest. I'm happy with my Stompy obsession, and I will take it to the grave. Multiple times if my past experience is anything to go on. I'm dying a lot is what I'm saying. Oh, I shouldn't be too close to those things. It's a bad idea. On the other hand, I could just run away from them, let them throw their arm down, and watch them explode. That requires a bit more patience than I apparently have. For a second I thought it was going to tell me, no, you can't pick up the credits, you have too many. It actually happened to me in Fortnite. I've picked up so much gold that it's not letting me pick up anymore. I've got to go and spend it. But it has precious few things one can spend it on. Not you, the... No, the... Okay, interesting. Apparently that was not going to let me kinesis it.
Supervisor Dallas, final log. I've made sure they can't leave this subdeck. But neither can I. I've seen what they do to the bodies, what they become. And I cannot let that happen to me. At least if I don't have to live. And I can't kill anyone when I'm infected.
Is there meant to be a monster?
Terrible dog. The kids. That I love them.
There we go. That's more like what I was expecting.
The administrator's rig changed location. You got it?
I got it.
No, it's got up and started dancing on its own. Yes, I got it. But also, I got level 3 access, I did. I just saw some frame rate hiccups, so I was double checking that we weren't having any more OBS issues. Well, maybe we are, but so long as it's below the level of the entire fucking stream crashes and doesn't tell me, I think I'll be able to cope. Okay, probably easier to jettison myself into space than remove my own limbs. I can't say I've tried either, so I cannot conclusively make a statement either way. Find the sauce beacon. Can do that, surely. It wouldn't look like everything else on this ship, would it? Oh no, it's this way. Oh, I never said I wouldn't need help finding the sauce beacon. So apparently down. The brownest game. Al, you gamed through the 2004s. You know that is not the truth. There's a lot of brown, but it doesn't have that shit filter over everything. Fair. Yeah, see? Gears of War is a pretty good example.
Hammond? He must be in the vents on the crew deck.
They're bringing something in.
Oh, chanting. Great. Love that for me.
Make it stop! Make it stop!
What? That was the marker. Did did you?
No. I didn't see anything. I lost Hammond signal again. Just get the SOS beacon. I want off this fucking ship.
Ah, there's the bastard. Yeah, I was thinking the bastard went down very quickly. I think it turns out it just might have been a necromorph doing funky things with a corpse. I wish it were not. Wait, something about to attack me? Kind of feels like that's the music we've got going on. Ah. I just heard you. Actually, this would not be a bad time for a save. Ah, you never played Gears of War. I mean, arguably this all goes back to Quake and its extremely brown palette. But that's because Quake was limited to 256 colours. There was an actual reason for that to be as brown as it was. And also, it wasn't completely brown. They didn't implement it as, like, a filter over everything. And yeah, Fallout 3 was also very much on the... it's more, I think it... No. Fallout 3 was still a poo filter. Well, for a second I was going to say piss filter, but that's Deus Ex Human Revolution, really. Oh, we're a real shooter now. Apparently I've raised the stakes according to that achievement. Don't know what that means. Oh shit, you can fire stuff, can't you? Damn it. Get wrecked. It's giving me one more. And yet I cannot see a use for it just yet. No, stay with me. Stay on that platform. Damn it. I want to grab another one. But I got greedy.
Isaac.
No, I have none. Hello. Okay, you were smiling for a second and now you're frowning. That's... Okay, that's disconcerting.
I can't believe you're here.
I thought I'd never see you again.
Please ignore the fact I'm pointing a gun at you. It's just for lighting purposes.
SOS beacon nearby. We can call for help.
The beacon, right. They locked it in the workshop, but my clearance can get us in this way.
Okay, once again I need to drop something to... Actually, maybe I will actually use one of the stasis packs. Just as a treat. It's sad you consider those the real Fallout games and tactics more than F3, F4 and BOS. I mean, it's a very different style of game in all fairness. A lot of the tropes being used, but as an RPG it's quite a different beast. I mean, real sounds a bit gatekeepy, but I kind of get what you mean. They are definitely separate from the FPS ones. Oh. Yeah. That goddamn time again. Ah, stomping in double time. Actually, no. Why am I getting close to this fucker? It's a bad idea. Poor decision making by me. Oh fuck. Right. No ammo for that. Why? That was a poor idea. Well, that's an interesting moment that I'm going to have to revisit later in my head. It will make sense by the end of the game, I assure you. If I remember about this, which I won't.
The workshop's open. I've never seen you at work.
I never asked for this shader preset.
I got your back.
If you want to make enemies, color everything piss.
Focus on launching that SOS beacon. There's maintenance stuff
Actually, it's a little
everywhere.
more breathy than that. Just little occasional hints of the throat.
Cross my heart. I love you, Isaac. You can do this. You put things
Sounded like you said Lysic there. It sounds like a cough medicine, but I may just be saying that because I had to clear my throat. Soz beacon. Schematics. No, can I? Let me look at my fucking inventory. Thank you. Drop you. I do want schematicals. No, fuck. Go elsewhere. Thank you. Okay, interesting. Can I add? No. Well, that was a waste. I did it anyway for some reason. Aha. Secret. Someone just sent an email about new Shadowrun corporate content. Gonna take a look, see when you're done. Love the old SR game books. I don't know why. I think the combination of sci-fi and excuse me, magic for Shadowrun
Nicole's there.
kind of turned me off of it.
She's a trooper, huh?
I'm heading back to the mining control room. I'll launch the beacon. You watch out for Nicole.
Assuming the system doesn't fizzle out again. Stay sharp.
Oh, you little shit. Yeah, I saw you. Is this the thing I need to do? Probably.
Zero gravity.
Anything I want to get rid of. Can I use another one of these? No. Can I use another one of these? Oh, yes, actually. Slightly more health. Same number of med packs. I can cope with that. Whee! Oh, what was that? Oh god, I can't control this at all. Jesus! Force energy. Yeah, I'll live with that. Ow. Well, there goes that healing I just did. There we go, nice clear path, thank you very much. Don't know why that was so much trouble for you earlier, but you worked it out. Good job. No, fuck the pair of yous. And fuck all of you. Every last fucking bit. Ow! Please explode soon. I'd be ever so grateful. I don't know if applying more fire when they're on fire actually has an effect. Kinda sounds like it does. Anyway, fire for you. Fire for fire for me apparently. He probably dropped some on me with that hit there. No, I heard you. I heard you get back up. Fuck off. Fuck off with that. So yeah, sustained fire does seem to make a difference. Oh, piss. Nobody said you could live. Express forbiddance. Ow. Fucking. Ow. Okay. Yes, more of the health, please. Yes, uppy. Uppy Isaac. Fantastic world and terribly built TTRPG. So I've definitely never tried looking at the mechanics on this. I've basically only judged it on setting, and somehow combining cyberpunk and magic turned me off of it a little bit. It didn't sound appealing. I did play through Shadowrun Returns though. So apparently I'm not against it on principle, and I got a fair way through the SNES game as well. The RPG one, as opposed to the Mega Drive game, which was just a completely different kind of RPG. See, I hear bastards, but I do not see bastards. And my ranged abilities are limited at this point. Ah, there you are. None ammo. None ammo. Oh, apparently the flamethrower can reach. Damn. Actually kind of got a range on it this thing. Oh, fuck you. No. None of this. Not a jot of that. And as DD predicted, I am only getting ammo for the weapons I have. And I consistently get weapons for the wrong thing. Or credits. Woo. Credits. Yes, that away. No. Yeah. Saw the bright lights and I thought that might be a storage container of some sort. Okay, good time to read over the chat because it's been going on my absence. You've heard bad things about the TT, yes. Google Assistant is changing up what they're saying when you're snoozing now. You've got 10 minutes left. It sounds like Google is going to eliminate you. 10 minutes to live. And we know where you live because we're Google. This should not be a surprise. SR is great, but it tries to be too many things at once. Yeah. Isaac do be drunk floating a little bit, especially when I'm controlling him. Your issues with F3 and beyond is what Howard saw as the core pillars of the game world. F1 and 2 were a bad world, but one where the people were trying to rebuild, and it was the tragic future of a utopian future we all assumed was coming in the 50s. Got dark, but it was coming from a place of hope rather than stagnation, especially too when they contrasted the Brotherhood as recluses left behind by time. Howard, 50s music and exploding bodies. Yeah. And not including any reference to your actions in the wasteland was the big moment for you. Good game, but wasn't a good Fallout game. New Vegas was great, but you don't know if you can make an objective assessment given intervening time and games. Where did the soapbox come from? Sometimes it just comes out. You're just like, well, holy shit, I had a lot more to say about this than I thought. Okay, Kiko Stream Over can now decompress. I'm very grateful 2 of your other modded streams decided that today was day off, because oh lord, trying to handle that in 2 other streams would have broken you. That would have been a lot, and I accidentally hydrated before I saw the hydrate redeem. So you get another one, yay! You prefer the purely cyberpunk end of SR, but the magic doesn't bother you at all. Old game books though, so great. Of course you think part of the realism is, well, and the sorry, I'll read that again. Part of that was the realism in the BBS style commentary. Ironic for a game where you basically cannot include deckers and have people be happy at the table. Although, I think basically any game that has hacking is going to have that problem. And I imagine it's even worse in a LARP scenario where the people are right there and can backhand you and make it look like it was in character. Yeah, you warned me in game, give ammo for every weapon you have on your person, so trying to ensure you get the ammo you need is to store unwanted weapons in the bank. You did warn me, DD. I cannot deny this. What I also can't deny is my voice is protesting at this point, so once again, I do believe it is time for me to have a little break. And I'll actually pause the game so it doesn't interfere with the clips what we'll be playing as we are breaking. So, indeed, new suit. I will need to remember that, and thank you for putting it in chat, because that gives me a better chance of remembering. So yes, shall see you all in a little bit. Yep. All right. Jeez.
Well, looks like everything's in order. Stand back.
What? Oh, Jesus Christ.
The about your friend Max can't be far off now. I hope it comes in time. Just take this little old stamp thing across the way to immediate action. They'll get right on it.
Immediate action.
It's the whole plot joke that we've accidentally released upon the entire internet. Paul's eyes, nose and mouth. And if you don't have head, shoulders, knees and toes in your head right now, you're a better human than I. Accidentally. I may have repeated it at pretty much any given opportunity. Eyes. And eyes and eyes and eyes and eyes and eyes. Nope, you always have it in your head. That's my secret, Captain. Well, bonus time is a bit of a bust, but I am thus far not dead. On the other hand,
Reinforcements have arrived.
Red! Holy shit! Sorry.
It's not called samurai.
Also, people can tell you to get in the fucking sea and you can just answer, okay. I did not expect this thing to hop like a mad bastard. Oh, that was unexpected. Maybe it'll eventually make its way up there, who knows? Dance, this is a siege machine dance. Everybody dance now. Bow, 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 bow. Copyright strike. As they all say, arg upon dime. What's up? What the fuck is going on here? He was standing right there, I was standing right there. He wasn't moving a muscle. I was electrocuting thin air. What the fuck? These days. No, they didn't in 2004. Oh, really? I took damage from that? Her heat's off. And so is his heat. I should deal with that. See, I've got it in my head that you have to like keep up the damage with these things. It might regenerate it a little bit if given enough time. And I'm not sure that... Go balls! Team balls! Nope, nope. Immediate regret. Abort. But I'm not sure I'm getting hurt by these things. Had to say it. Had to fucking say it. Hmm. It's like I think I've just spawned another robot all of its own. Oh god. Oh, it's a massacre. Might be a way around this. This is not it. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. No, I think the solution is much more along the lines of heated balloon of air. Yes! There we fucking go. There we fucking don't. Nobody clips that. I cannot take the shame. Shall see if he is willing. It might not be for long, but... That pencil. He's real. He's real and he's a very cute and handsome boy. And he does not want to be here. Oh, no, does not want to be here at all. You're okay. You're a good lad. He can get some scritches. Impossible to keep you on camera, unfortunately. Yes, get that. No, he's not having it. How about there? No, he's away. Not having it, so it was for a very low amount of time, but methodical approach to this. There we go. Don't know if we got puppy, but we did get Pouncy Paws. Very independent, that Pouncer. Thank you, Dee Dee. The Team Balls clip is so perfectly framed. I don't remember that exact one, actually. I'm not sure which one that is. Also, I have all sorts of notifications going on Discord. Bloody hell. Not that I had to do anything about it, but I was just like, Discord is showing the red dot. I have to do things. I have to go see what they are. Iggy goes to murder necromorphs to afford new outfit. Exactly. Although I do have another one of those semiconductor boards to sell off. Yes. Time to arise and dress for physio. Well, hopefully I caught you before you went to physio, but good luck. Hope it goes well. Deckers are a problem for gameplay pacing, as is astral projection. Yeah, that is the thing. You got all the other players sitting around doing nothing whilst this Decker plays out their turn. Especially bad with decking. I don't know about astral projection, but decking apparently goes at faster than normal time. So they do have a bunch of stuff they do in the time that, everybody else takes one step. Collecting Povias for your next visit. Oh no. You did like the SR corporate security book, which had a lot of great ideas, from capacitance wires to lighting. A lot of lighting standards and defensive landscaping, while gamified is a great primer for further research. There's got to be a hacker TTRPG, right? Got to be something like that. It would maybe solve the problem if everybody's a hacker. Although how to make that an adventure type of thing, I don't know. Maybe it would just be a completely different kind of game. That might be something to it. It seems to use sieges at its best when it is breaking in ways unexpected. I've managed to break it a little bit, at least. If nothing else, it does unexpected things. And yes, very independent man, that Pouncer. 2 types of cats. Independent and I need to be in contact at all times. Like laser pointers to cats, we all just get drawn to red dots. Red dots are a bad thing in this game because it means I'm out of bloody ammo again. Trying to avoid the fact that you're collecting Povias for our next joint streaming. I admit nothing that's true. Netrunner would be close. Is that... Am I wrong in thinking that's a card game? Am I thinking of something else? Because I suppose it's a kind of a different scenario. Rather than, a bunch of people going through an adventure of some kind. It's more of a one-on-one
Reinforcements
contest.
have arrived.
Oh, bloody hell, I got raided. Hello, Brioche. Hello. Why is it not giving you a clip thing? What happened there? Is this when I find out StreamerBot needed to be reintegrated with Twitch again? Because sometimes it do be like that. No, that seems fine. Here's the non-living void. Indeed, how is it? I've only died a few times, in all fairness. Brioche word. Oh, thank you. Okay, I'm going to try and set this off manually, and it may not work. I may indeed shout out the wrong person. Tell you what, I'll go and check the file manually. Because that's a better way to guarantee that the proper shout out shall happen. Where the hell is it again? No, really. Where the fuck is it? Sorry, I'll be with you in a second. For Bree has done a raid and she deserves a shout out. Okay, that's correct. Probably in place from the last time we raided, but there we go. What clip is it? This is Breath of Fire 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, what are those?
Starves to death after fire destroys all the low-hanging fruit.
Oh god, Automodern Dinosaur, that was the time. I never was a card game, yeah. Ah, dang, looks like one of the clips one might randomly have put in and not got deleted. That would be 2. You're wearing half your cat cosplay. That's a shame, that's a good cosplay. You know, just for the hell of it, I'm going to do one more to see if... yeah, that's more of the cat cosplay, because you've got the wig at least. And the makeup. Don't know if you have the teeths at this point. Gonna have to wait for you to talk to find that out.
Just going to town on that quoteless day, Nernus.
Hard to tell. But yes, the Breath of Fire 2. You had the fangs from the start. Okay, well, yeah, you will have the teeths. Sorry, just going back to chat. You have opinions, but you've heard that there are ways to integrate deckers well, but that's a GM skill. Interesting. I'd be interested to hear how that is done. Netrunner is a card game. Oh, thank you very much for the follow, Kingdom Balance. And welcome in. Hear that vibrant, have expected JRPG party to come collect you in the clip. I mean, I can't see it happened. Oh, I forgot to close this. There we go. So I'll need to figure out why that didn't set off. I have my suspicions that it went to the wrong path or some such. Because that is a distinct possibility, but it doesn't look like it's the case. So it just seems like it didn't get set off. Drat. Anyway, thank you ever so much for the raid, Brioche. How was the Pathfindery? Because I didn't actually get a notification that you were alive, irritatingly enough. Twitch seems to be fucking awful at that recently. How am I doing today? Okay. Kingdom Balance, well, are you okay if I just call you Lily? Paths were found, at least. Good start. Very good start. Indeed. And enjoy your physio, Rizalka, if such a thing is possible. At least it is very, very useful. Bedtime for this wyvern. Have a nice evening all. Thanks for stream. Absolutely not a problem. I'll have a good sleep. Also, clearly you were in 2 streams at once, which is more than I can handle, frankly. It's usually how you figure out who's in your future party member. If the intro videos of games don't spoil it all. Which of you lot has the most amazing hair? There will be an enemy or an ally. Going to be in AFK for a moment while you switch to PJs. Not a problem. I support you in that endeavour entirely. Kingdom or Balance would be fine in general. Lily is fine today. Oh, you're plural. Right, I see. Okay, I'm with you now. So Lily's fine for today. Gotcha. But for those of you who don't know me, hello, I'm MickeyFoo/Gordon/Hi. I generally play whatever the hell I feel like. Usually found in the realms of retro, but as you can see, something a lot newer today, which is the Dead Space remake. And since it's actually running and not causing OBS to hang, it's going pretty well. Still dying, but, you know, it's going well. Yes. Retro remastered, yes. It's weird to think of this game as retro, honestly, but it has been, what? Was it 2007 this came out? Oh, well, that's a fine quote to have in my quote pot, but I did say it. And I believe it. I believe I was not implying masturbation. I do not believe there is a lie there. Ah. Page up and page down behave weirdly in this. Now can I afford that suit? Yes, I can. For some reason you keep forgetting my IRL name is Gordon and get surprised every time. It's not exactly a secret. But a lot of people just seem absolutely fine calling me Icky or Ikizu for whatever reason, and you know, I'm not mad about it. Also, I do kind of like / hate the fact that the approach to suit upgrades is very Rob Liefeld. Just add more pouches. Yeah, so I've got more inventory space. There's a slight problem here, is that there's only so much more ammo I'm going to be able to afford at this juncture. Can't sell old suits. I just have to start randomly selling off various other things. Just remember, looking up video games from 20 years ago will just make you feel old. Yeah, that would make Super Mario Galaxy, for example, well, no, that's not 20 years ago, but 2003, what was out in 2003? What came out before Half-Life 2? Also, where am I going? That way. No? Yeah, that way. Cool. It's a very the 90s was 10 years ago type of attitude to have, I know, but I've never quite gotten away from it. I don't even know if this is the correct way to go, but I just got clearance for this, so I'm bloody well gonna head in there. Nudes. Send nodes. Oh, more money. Excellent. More Stompy. Also good. Yeah, I thought I might stomp on the fire extinguisher as well, but it didn't happen this time. Just managed to tweak my aim ever so slightly to avoid it. Retro-examined in the frame of newer games creates an interesting perspective. It really depends how it's done. Like, the pinnacle of remakes I've found is the one where they remake a game like it was in your head. Like, if you hadn't gone back to the game for a while and you play this remaster, you'd just be like, or remake or remaster, you'd just be like, yeah, that's how I remember it being, just shinier and higher res. And Nightbot does like to bring up weird quotes. Put more armor slices on it, which makes some sense from a we fighting things perspective, but less sense in why doesn't engineer suits have these upgrades in the system? More pouches for everything. More pouches means more batteries and screwdrivers on your person at once.
Well, that's great. We can't just toss the beacon out a window.
We can, it just won't do. It's not going to do much.
The asteroid. The one in the mining bay for smelting.
What about it?
If I attach the SOS beacon to that asteroid and then launch it away from the ship, we'd get a clean broadcast.
And you get yourself killed. The machinery in there is still running, Isaac.
Then it probably
I'm an engineer.
This is our best shot, Kendra. I'm taking it.
Definitely an engineer then. Blatant disregard for safety protocols, because they just get in the way. Hello. I'm not here now. Goodbye. Call of Duty released 2003? Really? The first one? I thought that was a little earlier. Oh, that is the right way. Excellent. Probably worth saving at this juncture. Retro the way you remember it. Yeah, I've heard the Metroid Prime remake is really good in that regard. Okay, there's a bit more chat that I need to catch up on. Silent Hill 3 2003. See, that sounds more right than Call of Duty to me, for some reason. When Fallout came out, you were too young to put your age in the character generator, and now you're too old. Oh, man. Oh, man. You can't help but wonder what happened in between those two times. A lot of comments about this remaster have been, yeah, it looks how I remember, but then you go look at the original, you go, oh wow, this looks so much worse than I remembered. I remember it being really good when I was playing it in, I want to say 2006. I think I was just amazed it was running on my rig at the time, because, you know, I was just out of uni and working in a bowling alley. I did not have a lot of money. You're in space, cut a hole in the hull, and you have an instant window. And 90 seconds of oxygen. Fascinating when a remake can reflect the same experience that you had with the original. I'd like the Day of the Tentacle remaster in that regard, because it is kind of just not actually upscaled, although some people do debate this to frankly crazy degrees. Seriously, it's a thing. You know, some people insist that the art is AI upscaled when, you know, it's just double fine. They made documentary footage about them making the remaster, and it shows somebody drawing it. And frankly, that's good enough for me. And it is just, you know, a higher res version of what was there already, because it had a distinct art style, and it really works. Helps that the people making the remake played the original. That way they actually know the look that they should aim for. I do believe you have a point there. Because I can see the sort of industry popping up of people doing remakes and remasters. Now, luckily you've got people like, oh, what are they called? Blue something. I should really remember the name of that. But they've done a bunch of things like that, and they seem to always do a pretty good job. They might have been behind the last version of Echo and Shadow of the Colossus that got made. Sorry, I dropped a screw there. I don't know if that picked up on the mic. You're certainly enjoying it. That'll be the Metroid Prime one, I would assume. Your favourite game quote on engineering was Heavy Gear. They mentioned there's no limits on vehicle creation because an engineer will put on a supercharger even if they need to cut a hole in the hood. They will. They absolutely will. Blue Point, you think? That sounds right to me, but I can't properly remember. But yeah, certainly sounds good enough to me. Oh, a bastard. Oh, an exploding bastard. Luckily, these bastards like exploding themselves. But that is more what they're aiming for, and sometimes they get it. Yeah. You know, I do have a death command, but I can't remember how many deaths we've had up to this point. Am I going the right way? Yes, I am. Maybe. Slightly. A bit. Oh, shit, I thought there was another direction I could go in there, but not so much. There we are. Exit pursued by bastards. Right. Yes, thank you. All of those. There's another bastard that exploded, so let's stomp on their corpse until goodies come out. Damn it, can't find them. There's some goodies here. Yes, definitely could use that reload. Stand by Night Dive's recent performance, but you can reconsider when they actually release System Shock. It would be nice, wouldn't it? If you happen to watch any modern vintage gamer, apparently he had a hand in the Blade Runner remaster they recently did. And he says he wished he could have spent more time on it, but he was doing a bunch of stuff and moving house at that time. So the original release didn't come out as well as it could have done. Interestingly, no mention of ScumVM doing that whole compatibility thing of getting it working. And then suddenly Night Dive announced that they're able to sort all of this stuff and make a fancy new remastered version. That didn't come up. And I only remember it being talked about at the time. I don't know if anything else came out in the interim. No, Not today. If you recall theory videos back from when original Dead Space was out, there was theories that the exploded gits were more aware of what they'd become, and that was why they were so loud to try and give people warning to stop them. I will admit, it's not as freaky as the mutants in System Shock 2 screaming "kill me," because they are very aware of what is happening to them. Wow, why was I never in here? Okay, answered my question. Oh man, this is a dark, dark game. And I do mean purely in terms of colour. Okay, dark material as well, because people do take their own lives in front of you in certain instances. I think we're past all those points now, if that's a point of concern for any viewers, by the way. Right, so cheeky bee stasis recharge, why not? I think it was actually full anyway, but
Entering zero gravity.
We'll figure out a plan.
The asteroid's held by a few gravity tethers. There's no emergency shutdown. I'll have to disable it the hard way. Plant the SOS beacon on the surface.
Okay.
okay, so being down here is not going to be much help. Right, that's the S. Oh, yeah, I remember the problem now. Big bastard thing spinning about. This might not be enough time, frankly, but... Fucking excuse you! That's what we're looking to avoid. You heard the VR remaster is not as good as the original, haven't tried it yourself. I can't remember if I rebought it, but I did buy it and refund it. So if I buy it again, that's it. I believe Steam and GOG policies are both aligned on that one. Need the Doom free treatment. Give us a better flashlight game. Let us tape a flashlight to our suit. You've heard the same, which is a shame because you never played Blade Runner and you really want to. Well, if you can get a copy of it, I believe it'll run in Scum VM, but double check that, don't quote me on it. Warning food. This section is known to cause many a death and much annoy. I don't remember how I was with it the first time I played this game. I played the original. I fear there may have been a few attempts. Do I have to do both of these? Damn it. Maybe I have to stasis all three of those things. What happens if I go through this? Well, that was predictable, but I had to know. For signs and such. So, get comfy, folks. We might be here for a while. If you haven't changed into your PJs already, just consider it. It is an option.
Entering zero gravity.
We'll figure out a plan.
The asteroid's held by a few gravity tethers. There's no emergency shutdown. I'll have to disable it the hard way. Plant the SOS beacon on the surface.
Okay.
So, actually I don't need any more stasis. It gets the popcorn. That's my secret, Captain. I'm always in my PJs. You're certainly always in your dressing gown. Which, I support this comfy lifestyle entirely. So, no hints yet, please. I'm gonna give this one a little bit of a go. It's true, you live in the thing. Heck yeah, comfy. Comfy uber alles.
John! Don't die.
Okay, now there's a reason for the clip to play twice.
Don't die.
3D space maneuvering
John!
is reminding you of Descent.
Don't die. John! Don't die.
4 times? Really, OBS? Fucking hell. Absolute fucking wood. Kinda don't mind that one being played twice, if I'm being honest. Okay, is there a point in particular that it wants me to get to? Because I managed to stasis them both at once. Oh, fuck! I wasn't looking where I was going. Sorry, what was that clip? You weren't paying attention. Borders! Yes, thank you for the sage advice, DD and Borders, and thank you for the rude, as Casa does. Yep. There was 1.1 brain cells in operation at that given moment.
The asteroid's held by thin gravity tethers. There's no emergency shutdown. I'll have to disable them the hard way. Plant the SOS beacon on the surface.
Okay.
What is glass but tortured sand? What is glass but tortured sand?
I really don't know what happened there. John, don't die. That's what your mum used to say to your dad when you asked for permission to have blue hair. I don't believe I've seen you with blue hair, have I? No, not even in wig form.
The asteroid's held by few gravity tethers. There's no emergency
Has to be in a blue wig.
I'll have to disable them the hard way.
It's a good brain cells, but sometimes it forgets who it told to do what. It's making the game extra edgy, and now you know why. No hints, please. Activated the inner snark system. DD. DD. Fair. To be fair, you're working on a blue wig for your tiefling cosplay. Oh, of course you are! There's something at the back of my mind saying blue hair, and I had not quite figured out what it was. Oh, piss, it's coming. There we go. Am I really? Bits of me are entering the vacuum. Okay, still trying to work this out. Also, in the original game, there wasn't giant freaking spikes on the edge of those swingy bits. Who installed those? Maybe it was just to make it a bit more obvious as to why you died instantly when this thing hit you. Although, I would argue that's not needed. It's fucking massive. Look at it. If that thing hits you, you die.
Okay.
Where is that going? Okay, give that a second to go around to the other configuration. 51% of you is entering a vacuum. Okay, no, I didn't think this through. I still didn't think it through, but I was able to call it before it happened. Fuck's sake. Making you consider going blue. You'd love to have a dark to neon blue gradient, but that's a lot of work. Yeah, it is. It's kind of the whole, oh, you should have rainbow hair, it would look great. It's like, motherfucker, do you know how long that takes to do and maintain, and how much it costs?
There's no emergency shutdown. I'll have to disable them the hard way. Plant the SOS beacon on the surface.
Okay.
Okay, so if I've timed this right, it will give me time, Mr. Freeman, to get through. I did not time it right. Didn't even need to finish the sentence. You get smacked in half by a giant hunk of metal. Yeah, the conclusion to that is obvious. The spikes were not necessary. Is that like a sphere grinding machine? What is that? Solid question, Borders. We.
The asteroid's held by a few gravity tethers. There's no emergency shutdown. I'll have have to disable them the hard way. Plant the SOS beacon on the surface.
Okay.
Please, please have the timing right this time. I don't have it right. At all. Jesus. Ah, there we go. Of course. Still need to get back in. Did I do it wrong? That felt too easy. Here, have a rock. I like to imagine those things get cranky if you don't feed them. So just, you know, doing my part. I should go around to the other side and recharge my stasis, but given how many times I've died in this area, I'm not looking to risk fate today. Oh, there's one. Yay! Oh, fuck off, ad server. You're not touching gambling. Good. Sad that I'm getting that advert on my channel, but don't believe there's much I can do. Not unless I get fucking hunters destroy inner. Oh yeah, I need to actually set it off, don't I? I've attached it. I have attached the beacon to the asteroid, and somehow just being on the outside is good enough. Nope, turns out not so much. Can I just poke it? No. No, it just doesn't work. It specifically says destroy gravity tapper. When did I take off? I don't remember doing that. Are there other explosives? Waste the save point, you see. You got an ad for Streamlabs earlier. You don't even have a mic on your laptop. I kind of have thought of a mic and webcam as just... Hello. Standard features for a laptop these days. I suppose that is not necessarily the case. Right, can you still fanny about in zero grav? Okay. Not sure if that's the way to do it. Also, this appears to be permanently stasised, which... to my knowledge, is not how this thing works. Maybe if I just slow down the everything, it'll decide it'll get bored and yeet off into space. I'm sorry, does that say external tethers? I'm afraid it might. So I might fucking need to go back out there. You had great experiences gambling. You went to a casino and was up like $60, and whenever you gamble in realistic games, you lose your shirt. So you know not to gamble for reals. Oh, bloody hell. More word. More word. And well, once again, the clip thing is not playing. Hello, Katie. Welcome in. I need to sort out something very quickly because you deserve a shout-out clip, and it's not giving it to you, so I must do it manually, but I must make sure it shouts out the correct person. So basically all it's doing is not triggering the source in OBS to go off, which is weird. So here we go.
Surprised I didn't call it Lego. Hey, let's make something like Lego.
I imagine there's a lot of Oblivion clips.
Oh shit, she dying. No, no. I was too busy trying to...
Damn it, Oblivion, I was posing for the camera.
I think I killed her.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. But hello. How was the Ragnarok? How far are you into that, actually? Must be getting a fair bit in. I may need an explanation for Bar Gullet, for I do not know what that means. It's going not bad, Katie. I have died a bunch of times. Mostly to this thing, which veteran Dead Space players will be familiar with, no doubt. No spoilers or hints at the moment. I'm going to have a go at this on my own. And honestly, I think it'll be the last thing I do tonight. But, yes. Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. But otherwise, pretty good. It's quite an old clip then, Katie. Well, you have been streaming for bloody ever, so that is fair. And that was a resub from Willowaz. Thank you very much. It's what happens when you try to make a joke. Someone dies. That was brilliant. Excellent. Wait, Star Wars creature, the meatball. But where am I here? Went for a bunch of emotional story today. It was great. This is indeed the remake. Your eyes do not deceive you. Mine do. That's why I keep bloody dying. Is that a San Pel I'm drinking? It is. The blood orange variety, no less. You motherfucker. Nowhere near it. Nowhere fucking near it. Also, excuse me a second. That chat has paused itself. So, I can't remember. Maybe it's worth doing the spiel because not everybody coming in with Katie would necessarily know me. But hello, I'm Ikifu/Gordon/hi. I generally play whatever the hell I want, as evidenced by a game that actually came out this year, dear God. But I'm usually found in the realms of retro. Oh, and I'm from Glasgow. I think that's about the only other important thing. Borgullet is a Star Wars creature. I see. Although I like to assume that Willowaz was replying to your message there, so Borgullet is the best drink. It's bloody good though. Intense orange flavour and just a little bit of bitterness. And I have to plant the fucking beacon again.
The asteroid's held by a few gravity tethers. There's no emergency shutdown. I'll have to disable it the hard way. Plant the SOS
Well,
beacon.
I do like the concept of coughing, of destroying boxes by just yeeting them into walls. It does bring me some joy in this cold, uncaring universe. There we go. Are you Tevers? You are not Tevers. Ooh, I can get oxygen and stasis while I'm out here. This is useful. I will indulge. I can throw this at the side of the ship. I will indulge in this also. Here, have a man. I am the... Did that hit me? What the fuck just happened there? Oh no. Where? Oh, there you are, you little shit. God damn it. For a second I thought I just yeeted that body and taken myself out, but not so much. Either I wasn't stasising it before, or you can multiply stasis things. Wait, I'm from Glasgow? Gemma. I feel like you know this. I know, I'm from Glasgow and I'm drinking something with fruit in it. That's I'm sure several minds have been blown this day. Good drink goes down your gullet, right? It's hard to argue with. In space, no one can hear you anything. So I just kind of adhere to that. Are you going to recharge my stasis or no? There we are.
Caution. Gravity tether disengaged.
There we go. So I have to stasis it and shust it. Apparently. Good to know. I hope I still have ammo. Because that's been a problem as well.
Warning. Exterior gravity
Oh,
tethers
piss. Now I need to get back in here. I'm just gonna live down here for a while, if that's okay. Oh. Ugh. Bloody hell. I'm glad you all laugh at my misfortune, because I was blatantly doing it for comedy, and it's nice to know that worked. Can I saw it? Does that work? It does. And there's another one up there that I must do the same thing to. Oh. And now it decides to spawn bastards, because of course it does. So I'm barely even damaging it. I'm just like taking a saw blade and just going pokey 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 poke, and suddenly it's like, oh no, I will never work again.
Don't die.
Don't die indeed.
John. Don't die.
I forgot it played twice. I did forget. Uh-huh. Okay.
What have I done?
Oh, of course that plays twice. I think I meant to mute that one, actually. I'll need to fix that. Yes, there's my stasis. But of course there's a bastard about, if I recall correctly. Oh, piss. Fucking... I have not mastered this movement. Weirdly, I can get around descent okay, but this seems like it's trying to fuck on me. Just, I'm lightly buffing the thing, let's face it. That's the best that this weapon is doing to that tether. Did a baby just yeet past my head? Probably. And thank you for the sage advice, Nick, even though it went off at least twice. And the same with the mood.
Warning. Payload 8772 is no longer tethered. Untrained personnel must leave the mining bay immediately.
Nope, that did not do what I hoped it would. More oxygen and stasis, please. Section sucked in the original, and it still sucks now. This all seems very likely. Be free! Oh, has it stopped entirely? What the hell do I do now? Oh! That does not make it any clearer where I'm meant to go, game. Not even a bit. Although this does seem to be the ground. That's useful to know. Oh, you decide to land as well, just because I did it. Cheeky bastard. Have a bit of this. Go on. Get out of it. Oh, he's still coming. He's still coming. Can I asteroids? Genuinely not sure, because apparently I accidentally set that off first. I don't think the asteroid does anything significant to it, sad to say. That's bloody well butt. Haha, mid-air as well. Didn't kill it, unfortunately, but I'm just happy I landed the shot, frankly. There we go. Oh, fuck, no, shit. Get the fuck away from the hell beast bastard tree. That didn't actually rhyme. But it didn't have to because I'm an engineer. Right, where's the bloody... I can't tell what the ground is anymore. But that would be it. Thankfully, game does indicate what is ground and what is not. Consider making this section suck again to be faithful adaptation. Nick, did you ever get up to this part? I can't remember if you finished Dead Space with Heart Monitor playthrough or not. Is there a save point in here? That'd be nice. Is there a bastard in here? That's less nice. That's pretty much the polar opposite of what I want right now. Also, why are these standard tools on this ship? It is rather insane. Try to clip the funny bit, but clips hate you. Ah, nuts. You finished number 1, yeah, and you hated this section. Understandable. I'm not liking it all that much at the moment either, but that's because I just got stabbed. If I died there, I would have ultra hated it. It's this kind of fuckery, is it? Luckily, I managed to hit the traffic lights at the right time, so to speak. Don't tell me. Yep, gotta go and get the fucking... Definitely saving now. Discussion of if you should patch old bugs. Maybe it shouldn't have been so faithful. It's like, well, the original game had this bug that if you did this one particular thing that's extremely likely for people to do, then you lost all progress and you could never boot the game up again. That's been faithful. What? Hope that didn't break it. Just wanted to get it across that area as quickly as possible. Okay. Maybe from a less off angle. No. Okay, one more try. Dead center. Come on. I lied. 3 more tries. There we are. And away we go. No die. BRB. Okay, see you in a bit, DD. Unfortunately, I'm going to be fucking dead by the look of it. Fuck off! Please, just fuck you now off. Away! Ooh, health. I have also heard of clips being fucky on mobile otherwise, so that may come into the equation. Does this set it off? Yeet, the asteroid, I barely saw it happen.
It's working. The beacon's online, broadcasting wideband. I'll align the receiver.
Wait, no.
This'll take a minute.
No, come on, I've barely got any ammo as it is. Right, where are you, you little shit? Or is this the unbeatable one? No, this feels pretty unbeatable. Oh, absolutely! Fuck you! The what?
Manual release is ready.
Oh, Jesus. Nope.
Manual release is ready.
There we go. Very fucking nearly got munched on that one. Today, you will remember as the day you almost caught Isaac Clarke in the neck with a spike arm. Don't you fucking dare. Oh, okay, give me a second. Make yourself a rum and coke and some soup after you do cosplay stuff. Excellent plan. Game can fuck off with this. What, locking me in a room with an invincible monster and some bros coming in to finish me off? Yeah, that one can fuck off a little bit. I think I meant to mute myself and it didn't work. 2 weeks ago, your roommate gave you COVID. Today, he brought home assorted barbecue. You prefer the food? I would as well. Yeah, that's definitely the better of those two options. Kisakarius. Interesting fact. I don't know how it's relevant to our current situation, but I may be thinking about it the wrong way. You clenched so hard right then. For God's sake, unclench, Nick. You're not even playing it. This is like that balloon popping clip where it somehow set you off. Set off doesn't seem like the right phrase. You got jump scared by it. Yeah, it was a jump scare clip, but I don't know. It just feels like it shouldn't have happened in clip form. It feels strange to me. Buy all the death tools. Other people death tools, not me death tools. That would be a strange thing for me to buy. Because this is a situation I would prefer to survive. Sing it if you know. And the flamethrower, which I barely ever use to be honest, but I can't bear to put it away because it does have very useful applications in certain situations. Not right now though, I think that fucker's invincible. And that fucker's just behind me, where it can stay forever. Oh, god damn you for giving me a menu there. I had to get through that so quickly. It's a fascinating fact, Borders, you're right.
But I can't be sure. The system's bugged out again.
I'll be honest, Cookie, I see something like that and I feel like it's going to turn into a D's Nuts situation.
At least the beacon's away. I'm aligning the... Wait. Array receiver not responding. Oh shit.
The comms array. We never fixed it. Guess it wasn't a broken encoder.
Then let's hope that 48 hours estimate was wrong too. No comms, no rescue.
Everything's broken at once. It's just sci-fi DevOps, isn't it?
Happening with the array. And don't worry about Nicole. Like Hammond said, she'll do the smart thing.
He does seem vaguely wise. Or like when Rizalka and I were doing The Devil in Me, you got jump scared on my monitor, then 25 seconds later with the exact same thing happened on Rizalka's monitor. Oh, I'd forgotten about that. Was a bastard. Get fucked. Especially when I'm trying to save. You can get fucked twice with a hammer. And stompy stompy just to make sure. Oh boy. Okay. I'll see what kind of fuckery awaits trying to get to the tram station. And then we might call it there. For it is approaching 11. And I would like a little wind down time before I go to beddy buys.
Clearance confirmed.
Oh boy, credits! Oh, I went vaguely Matt Berry there and I didn't actually mean to. So I can finally... Nope. That's a master one, not a level 3 one. Excuse me. There was a bastard just out of sight there. Lockdown overridden, so let me in the bastard thing. There we go. Search and rescue. Quick research. Italian court charging him killing a pigeon due to something during a shoot. Conflicting reports, plus the court saying this could all go away if you just pay the fine. That is strange. And sounds a little corruption-y. Okay, let's just see if I can make it to this next tram stop in one piece. Which is debatable, frankly. Welcome back, Dee Dee. Yeah, we're kind of coming up on the end of the... I had to say it. Had to bloody say it. Oh, no. Okay, that's not so bad. Although, it has me flashing back to my Glasgow to Edinburgh commute, which I'd rather not do. Never had a flamethrower on the Glasgow to Edinburgh Express, mind you. Don't know if that would have improved or made the situation worse. Depends on the day, frankly.
We did it. Isaac, a ship just shocked in. The USM Valor. They must have heard our SOS.
That fast? What's a military ship doing way out here?
Out on patrol?
I don't know why I hated that ping sign so much, but...
Head for communications. Once we fix the comms array, we can get all the answers we need.
Okay, there's a save point, and we shall call it there, I think. For it is late in the night, and I am tired. Search and rescue. You spent this week trying to build a SAR radio system, and it's one of those, if I run the packets, everything's perfect. If I use the API, it silently fails to do anything kinds of projects. You're on a break now. Yeah, take a break from that, with the API just trying to fuck on you. Out on patrol. We are literally in the middle of do not go territory. Yeah, none of this is good. This is a whole bad situation that I'm going to have to swiftly exit from and come back to next week. Thanks for stream. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for being here. There's lovely people and 2 raids as well. Thank you again to Bisected Brioche and to Katie for the raids. Much appreciate. See if there's anyone that should be murdered. Now that I feel comfortable raiding. Again, it's a bit quiet on this Wednesday night. But yes, hope you all had a good time. We'll have to skip out on raiding for tonight, I think. Good night to you all. Good time zone merriness in all your directions. And yes, we'll come back to this next week. I think I'll be all right. The work sojourn down to England, I should be coming back on Tuesday, so I should be fine to stream on Wednesday. If there's any complication with that, I shall let you know. And yeah, I think that's about it. Go forth, be excellent, and be well. And I'll see you another time. Well, I don't believe there's a Bad Batch this Friday either, so alas, could be a while. But nevertheless, I shall see you around sometime. I did space the dead. I spaced all of the dead, and they deaded my space. It was a whole thing. It happened. Anyway, bye all.